My name is Trevor Bird, Executive Chef with Windset Farms. Today we're going to be making fermented fresco baby cucumbers, pickled crescendo peppers, and delicato butter lettuce wraps. Let's get cooking. The first thing we got to do is get on our fresco baby cucumbers. These could be fermented for any time from 2 days to 3 weeks. So what we want to do is fill a 16-ounce or 1-liter jar, fit 3/4 full with our fresco baby cucumbers, a little bit of garlic, and fresh dill. Now, our goal here is to get 2.5% salt brine into here and then leave it in a room temperature dark space from anywhere, as I said, from 2 days to 3 weeks. It depends on how fizzy you want them, how fermented you like them. So for 2 cups of water, to get to 2.5% salt, it's about 1 tablespoon of salt. So that's 1 pretty big heaping tablespoon here. So we're gonna take 1 big tablespoon into 2 cups of water. We have a bunch of pickling spice here, coriander, chilies, clove, bay leaf. We're just gonna put that in there and we're gonna heat that all together. Once everything is dissolved and all the salt is gone, we're gonna dump it over our pickles. We're gonna put the lid on and put it in a dark, cool spot, room temperature, for 2 days to 3 weeks. You can try one after 2 days, and if it's not fermented enough, you can leave it for longer. The best thing about these Windset Fresco baby cucumbers is that they're the perfect size for pickling. Whether you're gonna do a fermentation on them or just a straight old-fashioned pickle with vinegar, sugar, salt, they are crunchy, they're fresh, they're always gonna give you the highest quality pickle. What we're gonna do first is just get on a little bit of sesame oil, about a tablespoon's worth, and we're gonna take our diced onions, we're gonna put that in the pan, and we're just gonna cook that for 3 or 4 minutes. A little bit of salt in the pan with the onions. So these are Windset Farms crescendo pointed peppers, and these are amazing because, again, they're available year-round, which is kind of hard to get peppers in season all the time. So you can stuff them, you can pickle them, you can grill them. These things are so versatile, you can do so many different things with them. So we basically just sliced them, and these are so nice and fresh, so crunchy. They're good on their own, crudité. Makes an awesome snack for the kids. So we're just gonna slice them about that thick, about 1/4 inch, and then hot rice wine vinegar poured over them. We also mix that in with some red cabbage. So we have our onions here. We're just gonna cook until they're nice and translucent over medium heat. We're gonna take our ground pork and we're just gonna put that in the pan. With that, we're gonna break up the pork a little bit, cook the pork down with all the onions. And the pork has a lot of fat in it, so I definitely suggest getting full fat ground pork. That way when you cook it, it's gonna render all of its fat, and that's gonna become the cooking medium for the onions and for anything else that we put in there. So we're just gonna flatten that at the bottom, get a nice sear on the ground pork, and we're just gonna keep on breaking it up as we cook it, mixing in the onions, nice and high heat. So what we wanna do is take our ground ginger and add it to the frying onions and ground pork. So once we have everything browned up in here, we're just gonna add a little bit of white pepper and about 2 tablespoons of hoisin. We're just gonna mix that in there, cook everything together. So once we have all that done, we're gonna take some of our fermented pickles here, and we're just gonna cut them into nice long slivers like so. To finish off our ground pork, we're just gonna take some sesame seeds, a tablespoon's worth. We're just gonna mix it in there. And then this is the base to our lettuce wraps. So you just put a little bit of rice underneath, a little bit of the pork, sesame, ginger. We have a little bit of pickled crescendo peppers and red cabbage. One of our fermented pickles, a little bit of Windset Farms fresh basil, a little bit of mint. And then we have just a little bit of hoisin and mayonnaise to go over top. And that is a Windset Farms lettuce wrap. Now that these guys are made, we get to eat them.